gentlemen, and welcome to the Slice of Life podcast, where me, myself and I, Jamie B, will talk about all things life. I'm joined by little nipple guy, Jamesy Wamesy, and the big nipple guy, Alexander.
Yeah, they're so big I've got to be off screen for this one.
Yeah. You got some Bill Gates going on. Am I allowed to say?
No. Say titties.
Milky juggers.
Yeah. Milkers.
All of that was just...
Before we get to any more beeping, just like to shout out the Jar Media patrons over at Patreon.
Making this week's slice more than available than usuals, you know?
Yep. Yeah, over on the audio suppliers, as it were, Spotify, iTunes, the cloud of sounds.
And they help us make extra videos. We're going to have some in the pipeline soon enough, so big thanks to them. They'll get them early.
Yeah, you get your patron names read out the first week of each month. We know... Don't worry, we haven't forgotten this one. It's just the timing for that first week always varies.
Yeah, we're actually recording in what month is it?
Yeah, we have a wall that
we're actually recording this in February. This is one of the backlog ones. So everything. If you think we're commenting on current affairs, it was from months ago. So
no, this is the thing. We're a year behind. We're a whole year behind in content. So it's like the videos you're getting now. Yeah,
this is how ahead of the curve we are and have always been.
I know we're like memeing or whatever right now, but I've genuinely really wanted to do that. Like I've thought, how cool would that be if like years ago, like in the flat era, if we like recorded episode like 300 and just put it in the bank, just saved it. Yeah. So then when that episode comes around, you upload it and it's just this surreal, like really weird.
It's like a time capsule.
Yeah, like a time capsule episode.
So we should do... What do you feel about that? Because there was that movie recently that they've made, but they're only going to release in like 60-year time.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think it's the most obnoxious thing humanly possible. It's a joke.
That's totally obnoxious. Because we've already got like movies like Boyhood anyway, which took like 10 years of like filming. It's kind of like the equivalent. It's like a time capsule movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember which celebrity it was that's doing that, but
it's one I can picture the face of. I know who.
Yeah, I remember seeing the articles, but I can't remember. I'm sure.
Is it Venom guy? Woody.
Tom Hardy?
No, Woody.
Woody's gamer tag.
Woody.
What? Woody and Buzz?
Woody Harrelson.
Oh, I like Woody Harrelson. He was good in Venom too.
I like Woody.
I like the name Woody.
You are a boy.
You are a guardian toy.
Nice one. Yeah. Yeah, high five.
Ooh.
I hated that one.
What's wrong with it? Apart from the fact it's not housekeeping, which we need to do. We need to clear up some stuff.
No, this week. I don't think we should do housekeeping. The house is clean. It's autumn.
It's not clean though. It was really messy. Particularly messy.
What did we talk about that could cause such a great amount of mess?
Well, we were talking about UK cuisine. And throwing shade at the UK.
Rightfully so.
There was some passionate defence, which I want to kind of get into here. We're talking about Greggs and kind of devolved into just talking about the UK's spice tolerance and the kind of cuisines we like broadly and whatnot. And some people came to defence and were giving their country's take on sausage rolls and whatnot. But we'll start with this one from Goose, who left a little bit of a paragraph, so bear with me. I feel like James is waffling it a bit about how it's rare for British people to like food that has strong flavours or from foreign countries. Living in England all my life, I don't think I've ever met someone who said they didn't like Mexican food who wasn't like literally an old age pensioner. As I'm sure all the boys well know, we have a huge takeaway culture here, and even if your average tandoori or Chinese place is relatively anglicised, YouTube channels like Rate My Takeaway being massive successes show that whilst people here are still obviously prone to a roast dinner, food from Asia, America and the Mediterranean are extremely popular and dominate a huge part of the British food subconscious. As for people choosing somewhere like Greggs over going somewhere with stronger or more exotic flavours, I think it can be chalked up to, as the boys later pointed out, how quick, cheap and convenient Greggs is. There are at least 5 Greggs in every city centre and they sell decent warm food for dirt cheap. So it's not much of a surprise that so many people go there. I generally feel like the mindset of British people only wanting to eat meat and veg for tea is pretty outdated at this point and only really true for older generations.
See, what I'd say there, because they spoke briefly about the takeaway culture we have here. What's the most popular Chinese order? Is it the exotic stuff? It's not. It's rice, it's chicken balls, and it's chips. That's not Chinese. That's not Chinese cuisine. That's a very British Chinese takeaway order. And it's the thing with Mexican, because I've had Mexican food. My parents have made Mexican food. Do you know what it is? It's the pre-made kits you buy in Sainsbury's that have the sauce and the chicken. It's a wrap with sauce and chicken. That's not Mexican. It's like, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but like you go to like a Mission Burrito or something in Bath or whatever, and it's swarming with all sorts of...
But it's like, if you go into Greg's and ask them what Mexican they have, do you think it's going to be like a burrito with all the Mexican, proper Mexican burrito? Or do you think it's going to be something my parents make that's chicken and a bit of spicy sauce?
I will say, I agree with James, but James is fudging the numbers. He's exaggerating a bit.
Yes, because it's JAR, we exaggerate everything.
But also, it's from your personal experience with your very British parents.
My very British parents and like my sisters as well. It's like when you know 5 people in my family and they're all the same, and then all the people I meet through work and whatnot, and they're the same thing. You notice the patterns when you grew up in that type of family. You notice food eating, like
I will say though, there's quite a masculinity thing attached to spicy foods.
Do you think that's part of it?
I think a lot of dads get really into spicy stuff.
See, I disagree.
To make it a competition.
Yeah, kind of. It's like dads down at the pub, like, I had this Vindaloo and it was like, like us.
Took me
with
4
this
days to recover from that one.
At the same time, I agree, because it's like, the people I know who like spice, they're kind of very typically masculine men. But at the same time, my dad is a very typical masculine British man. Cookie cutter British masculine man. Can't do spice. We'll have nothing with spice. We'll just have...
Yeah, but I'm not saying you have to eat spice to be masculine.
No,
but I'm saying like a lot of people will get into it for that reason.
See, but we don't.
Like,
I don't see like us eating regret as a masculine thing. I think it's a stupid thing. I think it's a lack of intelligence to why you would do that.
I just saw it as like a novelty or challenge.
Yeah. So I'm not walking around being
but that's what you tell yourself. But in your subconscious, it's like...
You think I was subconsciously motivated by
masculinity, and showing off to people on the internet and being like, look how tough we are.
I mentioned it to my boss at work.
Yeah.
See?
And
how many people have you boasted about it to?
No, I talked about it to my boss because he likes spice. So I was just like, we tried this thing called regret, and it was like, is it the small bottle? And I was like, yeah, and he was like, yeah, that's fucking disgusting. He was like, yeah, that's disgusting hot sauce. And I can see where it's coming from, because he brought in this like scorpion, like chili sauce, gorgeous, hot as hell, absolutely delicious,
Ladicious.
But it doesn't take days to recover from, like a regret.
But it's like I don't see it as a masculine thing, and it's like if I were to go to Mexico and have like a really spicy dish, it's not like, oh, I'm a man. It's, I want nice food.
I remember one of our family members who lives up north telling us they lived in Mexico for a bit. And they were telling us about the chili ice cream they got there, and it sounds like our kind of place, to be honest.
Yeah, should we move Mexico?
Yeah. Hoodie'd had a similar kind of comment. What you failed to mention is in the British food debate is that most popular food in this country is arguably dominated by foreign restaurants. Every British person likes going out for a Chinese and Indian or a kebab, even Mexican food. Always see companies change their recipes to adhere to a British person's palate a bit more. But I think this knowledge alone could cripple James's theory that if it sounds exotic, British people don't like it.
But that's what I literally just said. That people have Chinese, but they don't order Chinese. They order the most British thing on the menu. Having to adapt your menu to British people means it's not really that cuisine anymore. It's just an influence. It's like Wagamama, right? It's an infusion. It's not like straight up. Like
adaptation.
The most successful like restaurants that are aiming with different cuisines, they're toned down.
But the fact that like something like Wagamama's is even popular here shows there's like a craving for other types of cuisine.
This is the thing.
I go to any city centre and it's just such a like mixing pot of different styles of restaurants and whatnot. Or even like around here. You got all sorts. Nepalese, you got your curries, you got your...
Grecian,
yeah.
I think it's like my view on it is simply heavily biased by what I've experienced, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anything else is. What your life experiences dictate a lot of your views.
Absolutely.
And but I'm intelligent enough to know it's not fact, but something you just see when.
But those kinds of people that you're talking about definitely exist.
Yeah, and
there's a lot of
and
them.
I think people underestimate how many people are like that. There's a reason why those views are commonplace.
Well, yeah, this all spun from the like memes. It's an accepted meme online. The British food sucks.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a meme if it wasn't true.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has to. If everyone from every other country knows that meme, it's because it's true.
Yeah,
Like-
there are enough examples of British people posting pictures of their fucked up meals for the memes to take off.
Yeah.
Peas and Monster Munch.
Okay, what about this one from Hindu Frap? Regarding the UK's sausage roll fetish, here in America, at least where I live, that being Texas, small sausage rolls like Greg's aren't all that popular. Instead, we have a similar food called a colache, which is basically a bigger sausage roll. They are pretty alright, but I haven't had them since I was a kid.
So what we're saying is Americans just make them bigger.
Well, I
It's just
googled
bigger
it and was
portions.
like, this doesn't look like a sausage roll, and it's like it's listed as being like a sweet treat. So it's like, but it's like it's their version of scones. They have it with like KFC or whatever, don't they?
Biscuit.
Oh no, yeah, they're biscuits. Yeah.
I hate that.
Oh my
Like,
god.
Biscuit suits like a digestive.
Yeah, a biscuit.
You know?
A biscuit.
Something that breaks.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And it's a bit crumbly.
But like in Texas,
Yeah.
they have biscuits with barbecue, don't they? It's like part of it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
isn't it like a potato thing? It's not like a biscuit.
No,
thing.
it's
It's a
like
scone.
it's like a dense bready scone,
Or
but
scone.
it's
That
a scone that's missing the like sort of sweetness. It's like drier.
That's like if I go somewhere and have a dry scone, I just say it's a shit scone. It's just like something I don't want to eat. So why would you want?
Well, you know
pay...
the memes with the Popeyes biscuit. You know,
Wait, so Popeyes do a fucking scone?
but it's not a scone. It's a different thing.
It's a biscuit.
It's so confusing.
It's like a scone, but just nastier, dry.
Worse.
How do you feel about the like cookie thing? What they use to describe?
No, so no.
Well,
'cause
this is where
the
it gets
thing.
confusing.
We've had this
Yeah,
discussion,
yeah.
but even in Britain, people think cookies are different because it's like Maryland cookies are not cookies; they're biscuits. There's so
They are
many.
cookies.
This is
They're
going to
n-
trigger every American listener so hard. Yeah, because we don't call them Oreo cookies. Oreos are in the biscuit section.
Oreos are biscuits, but Maryland's are cookies.
They're not cookies.
They are cookies.
Oh no!
A cookie can be crunchy.
The cookie can be crunchy, but they're not. They're straight up biscuits. When I think of a biscuit, I don't think of a cookie. I think of a Maryland biscuit. They're just called cookies. It doesn't mean they are.
No.
We've had this exact discussion because
Yeah,
I was
no, but I
adamantly-
think the definition of a cookie shouldn't be a rigid thing. It should be like a perspective thing. If I look at something and it just is a cookie to me, then it's a cookie.
Okay, and then we'll put it into this. We'll give an example. Oh, hey Jamie, can you pick me up some cookies from Tesco? If you bring me Maryland cookies, I'm generally going to ask you, why didn't you get me cookies? Because you didn't buy them cookies.
That one I feel like is more forgiving than if you got Oreos.
Oh, if you...
Oreos are less cookie than Maryland, for sure.
But if you said the same in America, then you could not get upset for the same reason.
No.
Could you?
No, but they would get you any biscuit. And
But
it'll
they
be a
don't have a
cookie.
biscuit aisle. This is the whole problem.
I think that's...
They don't-
See,
what do
it's
you mean
really
they don't have a
difficult to
biscuit
talk.
They don't have a biscuit aisle. They've got the cookie aisle. They don't have
Well, yeah,
biscuits.
but it's the same thing.
But it's not the same things. They don't have some of the things. They don't have digestive. You
How
can't
can
get
they?
digestive.
But how can America, that is a country that is so known for its extremely processed sweets and sugar content, how do they not have cookies? Do they have what we would consider a
Because
fat
they're
cookie?
like confectionaries. Like they're going for something a bit different, aren't they?
Yeah, ours is just better. That's the thing with like...
I think it's something that was lost
British
in
food.
translation. I think once all the British people went to America and whatnot, I think they just forgot how to actually have like decent food or make anything that's actually nice.
No, I do genuinely think British food is better
Yeah,
than American food.
because but not just in the food, but the portion size. a big portion is not a good thing. You want to.
Yeah,
you want
sometimes
a good
less
portion.
is more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
some people like the bang for their buck, don't they? It's like
what's you got one of those big bags? Was it of M&Ms from Canada or something?
It was when that was from America, from an American
But
Walmart.
like, I imagine that costs the same as a small bag here.
Oh, it's so cheap.
And that's the thing.
Holy
Like,
shit, is it cheap?
eating a small bag of all those in one sitting is a stupid amount of sugar. If you eat a whole bag of one of them, it's not a good thing. There's nothing good about that. This is bad. That's why American food specifically is so much worse. You're just eating more than your body needs.
No, but like that, you look at a confectionery aisle in the UK. Even though last episode we were talking about how bad it is, like for your brain, it's just better in Britain.
Yeah.
Shops in America, their confectionery is worse.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
Got a couple more here before we move on. Dogs 5 said this. I live in the Netherlands, and we have sausage rolls here called, and I really apologize for what I'm about to attempt. Sauces and broodje.
Sauces and bouge.
There's also there's another one. Frikandebroodje, which is like a sausage roll but with curry sauce in it. Personally, I feel is pretty much every Germanic country has basically the same food culture of quick and unhealthy brown food.
Is the Netherlands a Germanic country?
Yeah.
Wrong kind of question for the JARCast, man.
Yeah, true.
The answer is yes, though.
But there's a reply to that from Andrew Marling, who was mentioning how it probably is just a post-war thing, where like everyone's just so
yeah,
they
because the entirety of Europe was just ruined.
Yeah.
So they just had to eat brown.
Yeah, there was no money for food, so recipes weren't properly handed down. We all settled for quick and cheap food and got used to it. If you look to British recipes pre-World War I, there's a great variety and balance of flavours, herbs and spices. But then, of course, with what happened.
So if say, with each big war, there's a regression in culinary and food and whatnot, surely there's a point where we only eat slop, like grey slop. Every country's only cuisine is grey slop.
Yeah, that's like right in the heart of the war where you've got like nothing.
No, but what about but if there's a big change pre-war, post-war that stays permanent, surely there is 2 wars time where the food for the rest of our existence is grey slop. Well, I guess that's a nuclear war, really, because everything's going to be fucked.
In our lifetime, we're going to stop needing food.
Yeah, finally the power pills coming in.
No, not even that. We're not even going to need food because we're going to be cyborgs.
No, I don't think solar panels on us.
Solar panels?
I don't think that's going to happen in our lifetime, at least.
Yes.
It might happen to Elon Musk in our lifetime.
No, I was thinking about that, like...
That's what I mean, though. It'll be a select few people.
Like, you know, there's the cutoff point for certain generations where they're like, this internet thing? That's too far. Fuck that. Surely, like, at some point it will be...
No, but that's the thing.
Modding
Those
my
generations also use dial-up. They don't go for internet, but they have dial-up, you know? It's like they slightly get internet, but they don't want to fully embrace it, so they end up in the dial-up era permanently.
Yeah, so...
Which is significantly worse.
So the generations below us are going to be full-on robots, whereas we're only going to go to cyborg.
We talking cyborg? Cyborg?
Yeah, like a robot arm. With solar panels.
Well, so let's just say in our lifetime we have the opportunity to get one body part that becomes cybernetic. What body part do you pick? Like anything.
Spine.
We're talking eyes, spine, legs.
Spine's smart.
But with it being a spine operation, with early tech, because this is what I mean, we're so early adopters. There's risks in that something like a spinal transplant.
Well, yeah, if that's part of it, where you've got to take into account how risky the procedure is.
But there's not. You might not die, but like a spine is a big one, so you could. But then if you get, there's the positive and negatives.
I would do the spine if it was like proven technology and it was like. But everyone's got,
you're
like,
changing
spines.
the question though. I said this is early.
But you're changing the question too with the.
Yeah, that's true. You're moving the goalpost.
Yeah.
Well, if you're saying in our lifetime we're going to be the early adopters of it, so there's going to be risk. That's the question.
You know what I'm going to say?
What?
Eyes.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, surely eyes would be big one because so many people don't want to wear glasses. They don't. Eyes deteriorate as you get older.
Yeah. And
Eyes do a lot of things, but eyes are big. You need your sight.
But you could have like so much stuff. You could have a HUD.
But then certain industries might pressure, if you're a chef, right? I'm just thinking Treasure Planet Cyborg right now. Imagine the potential of you just have the whole kitchen on your arm. All these bespoke random
yeah.
See, this is what I'd think nose.
That's
because
what I need.
in the future, it's I don't think sniffer dogs are ever going to be replaced because it's a very unique skill.
Yeah,
if you can have a
dogs.
nose that's so good that you can sniff out bombs and guns and drugs, you'd be useful. You'd be a useful human. You won't need a sniffer dog.
Sure, you could do the same thing with eyes. Eyes that can
X-ray.
zoom stupid distances and scan things like predator vision, heat vision at night.
See, that's the thing. Would I be able to sniff further or see further with the cybernetic eye versus nose? Because I would go nose because it'd be useful. It's like you're hunting down a criminal and you can just smell him. You know where to go.
On all fours, sniffing him. Trying to find is following the trail.
What about just a hand? I think that would be quite cool. With a lighter in the finger.
With this tiny little energy sword that comes out of your
an energy sword.
fingernail.
No, a knife that cuts bread and
fuck
instantly
off.
toasts it.
Fuck off. He's referencing the Halo TV show.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, got a problem or something?
That's why you said energy sword, I suppose.
Yeah.
As opposed to.
See, no. I'd say hand bad, arm good, hand bad.
Why?
Because I think this is, with your sense and sensitive skin here. This is more useful than.
No, but then surely the first early adopters will be billionaires and stuff, and one of them is going to be I just want to be Wolverine. Just replace all my bones with metal.
Yeah. That would be quite cool though. To have metal bones.
But then if you're just a billion, what's the practicality of it? Just to say you got.
Well, means you can't be assassinated.
Yeah, and you wouldn't break your bones.
But I feel like you still could be assassinated, right?
How?
Yeah, how? Bones. Metal bones.
You don't have to be good at fighting.
I suppose you could resist maybe a headshot or something. It would still hurt, but it wouldn't go through the skull. It would bounce off.
Yeah, I mean that would still do immense trauma to the brain.
Well, to be honest,
True.
if your whole head is metal, I'm gonna say you're probably not human anymore. If
Also,
your brain is just encased
surely
in metal,
you'd have to be really strong, because you'd be lugging around metal.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't really put much thought into this one.
Yeah.
metal teeth.
No, it's a new metal they find
Teeth?
on an asteroid
Robot teeth.
that's really light but invincible.
Unobtainium.
Yeah, unobtainium. Some kind of unobtainium.
Is that why they're collecting unobtainium?
Well, they've got to find resources to make new mechs.
So they can use the mechs to get more unobtainium.
Yeah, that's the cycle. That's the true commentary of Avatar.
Yeah.
No. What would be the smartest thing in a kind of chaos kind of way is testicles. Metal testicles, and for the only reason being that you can walk around and piss people off so much they kick you in the balls and they hurt themselves.
Yeah. Every step you take, it would go ding, ding, like two of those, metal balls.
It'll be Newton's
Isaac's
cradle.
Yeah, the Newton's cradle.
And Isaac's
sunbed. Isaac's double.
Isaac's
sunbed.
hammock.
Isaac's hammock. There's one more here. I wanted to shout out here from Lock Apple. Hey bad boys, got a jar/family related anecdote for you to endure. I've since a very long time been listening to the cast through Spotify because it fits with me commuting to uni. But a few days ago, my mother, whom I shared Spotify account with, hijacked Spotify from me and started playing the cast through her phone while she was driving. She was in the motorway at the time and didn't want to fix with her phone, so she ended up listening to about half an hour of you lads discussing whether Greg's is good or not.
Oh no.
She's English as well, so it was pretty funny to me when we later met back home, and she told me she'd enjoyed the Greg's discussion. Doesn't go any deeper than this, just wanted to let you guys know that you have another 50-year-old fan. Game on.
Yay.
Yeah, man. So maybe the Gregs.
You know what? I think more JARlings should show jar to their mums.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, James loves mums.
James.
That's weird because the other day I was having a bath and I was listening to like a really old JARcast, the one with the Amazon reviews in.
Oh yeah.
And there's like a section where we talk about like MILFs.
You know, weirdly enough, I was thinking about MILFs a few days ago.
What is the allure? And also, what is a MILF? Is a MILF? Does a MILF have to be a mum?
No, I
Yes,
know.
I thought that's the one thing that distinguishes them.
We discussed this. A MILF is at this point is just a woman of a certain age.
A woman,
not really.
Over
Yeah.
the age of
I
like
thought they have to be
30.
a mother. I thought that's the whole
No,
point.
but MILF porn, they're not mums.
Yeah.
But there are other distinguishers, right? You got like cougar.
No,
Yeah.
cougar.
You see, cougar should be the more common one, really.
Yes.
Because cougar, to me,
Want the
is
young
just an
studs.
older woman.
Mm.
The younger
no.
stud.
Mm.
But doesn't necessarily have a child. Whereas MILF could be like any age with a child.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I thought having a child, being a mother, is literally the one thing that defines you.
Well, yeah, it's the first letter in MILF.
Yeah. What do you think of DILFs?
Well,
DILFs.
well, they're the same as MILFs. They're literally the opposite of a MILF.
The opposite of a MILF.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're like shadow MILFs.
old Joe name. That would be the title. Shadow MILF.
Like DILFs are as popular as MILFs.
No.
No, generally they are. DILFs are in fashion. Like if Robert Pattinson had a son, he would be the biggest DILF.
Or a daughter.
Or a daughter. If he was a dad, he'd be the biggest DILF ever. And pretty much the majority of the population would dump their boyfriend and significant others to date DILF Robert Pattinson.
Father P.
Yeah, but a lot of people would, without him being a DILF. He's just
True. Did you see those
elf.
pictures
Yeah,
of
I
him
would.
dueling in the Batman?
yeah, he had a jewel in his
Yeah.
utility belt.
Mhm.
He lost some DILF credit on that one, I will be honest.
No, it depends what he was dueling.
That's true. Do you think Batman was baked?
Just pure opium. No wonder he was so angry and kept getting hurt.
Yeah. That's that shit that he injects himself with at the end.
Oh, the
Jewel.
The venom, you mean?
Yeah.
Setting up Bane.
MILFs, yeah, we love the MILFs. Invite all the MILFs to the Jar Media podcast.
Yeah, if your mum is a MILF.
Let us know.
Right. We got some stuffs.
Cool.
We got a few things.
Oh, no.
I do have a topic I want to bring up because it's kind of ruined my whole life, to be honest.
Oh, cool.
Ever
Nice, I
since
like it
a
when
few
your life
weeks
is
ago, we went to McDee's.
No, you're going to have to specify which McD's because we go so often.
No, you'll understand once I get into the story. We see someone else getting into their car, and they just look like a gender swap version of me, right? Same outfit.
Oh, yes. Identical. Actually, identical.
My Norks. I love purple.
It's the clothes you're fucking wearing right now.
It's my go-to color scheme. You know, purple,
Purple, black,
and then
white.
Yeah, basically. And you guys have been telling me you've been seeing it more and more. These purple copiers
Mm-hmm.
ruining my whole image.
No, it's actually insane. It's so in now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weirdly
I haven't
enough,
seen it much locally, but we're in Wiltshire. You know, it's not like the hive of bustling Bussy. You know,
Yeah.
whereas you go to because I recently went to Bath, hence me tweeting about Gay Street.
Oh
in
yeah,
Bath.
yeah.
Because that's a street
Yeah.
in Bath. And just so many guys wearing purple jumper, black trackies or jeans, white shoes.
Yeah.
Because every 5 minutes I was like, is Alex in Bath right now? I was like, oh no, it's just some guy.
Yeah.
And
I
then
thought
see
I was
another
safe
one,
with
so-
purple. So I've been wearing purple for years and years. It's been my favourite colour for so long.
Yeah.
And here we are, ruined.
I think we aren't the most. We're not like in tune with current fashion trends. We're not fashion
I'm not.
people. So having you being a trailblazer and actually paving a way before, because you've been doing this for like 2+ years. purple and black has been your thing for a long time. So you being this far ahead of the curve.
Because I was so hyped just to even find some purple clothing that was like unisex, or at least for men. It's just not the most common colour for dude clothes.
No.
But then we had the nice show-off last episode of all of us wearing...
Yeah, that's actually what sparked
the
that,
purple
wasn't it?
explosion. Yeah. Yeah, I want to throw that out there. That now I don't know where to go from here.
I think you need to go. You need to go yellows.
I can't abandon purple though.
You can.
No, you reverse it. Purple trousers.
No, you make purple permanent.
But that's what I've been like doing.
No. It's in you change clothes. You can't change the colour of your car. Bright purple car. Literally, it's the same as wearing clothes. It's your icon.
It's the same as wearing clothes.
More people see your car when you're driving somewhere than people see you in the crowd. And that's a fact. More people notice...
What are you talking about?
If you're driving to McDonald's, more people are going to see your bright purple car than they're going to see you walking in purple down the street. So make your car purple, because then that's a permanent... You're purple forever. Nobody can change that.
But the issue is the fashion part.
It's not fashion.
I like a purple car. I do like seeing purple cars, but that doesn't solve my purple
but then you can change clothes because you've got that permanent purple in your life. This is me being weird because I believe cars are as important as to you as fashion. There's no difference between what you drive and what you wear. There's no difference.
I disagree.
No, explain.
Cars are more expensive. So if you buy a cheap car because you don't cars don't do it for you.
No, but
I suppose that is a statement. It's the statement of I don't care about cars.
You people who love fashion, they do it because they want to be individualistic, right? It's like your fashion is your style. Well, so why would you then get in like a car that is cookie cutter like everyone else is on the road? Because there's no individualism.
No, but people don't buy clothes to necessarily be like outspoken.
Yeah, I just like purple.
It's a status quo thing. It's like, oh, I want to be like trendy like everyone else. And I want to spend the money to like prove that I have money to spend. It's like a big part of it.
That's the same with cars.
Yeah.
I just think they're intertwined to a certain extent.
They are.
And it's true with
car
you.
And fashion is.
The pisser's not a normal pisser. That's not... You'll never see another one like that. Because you've put your mark on it, your individualism, as your character on that car.
Yeah.
So that's... Even though it's a Yaris, you see them everywhere. You won't see that Yaris. Because that's your Yaris. The little things like that, which is the same as what you were.
I agree.
It's like if you see a bunch of people, you know exactly what every car they own. Because they're intertwined.
I'm just in clothes than I am in cars more, you know?
That's because you haven't embraced cars as a part of you, about an individualistic part of you.
What do you mean?
But Alex's car is a statement.
His is pure utilitarian. So Alex doesn't make his car any different to be himself. It's purely...
Yeah. The lack of a statement is a statement.
But that's everyone. That's the thing. This is just me being...
You can't not make a statement.
No, you want to make a statement. Embrace making a statement.
Yeah, it's just there's so many statements to make. You got to like choose which ones you want to do, right?
Well, I mean,
there's only so much bandwidth available to be like. This is why you need experts in cars. You need experts in fashion. You need.
Why'd you point at me?
To be honest, I'm going to be honest. You are the most fashionable out of all of us.
No, I'm not. Alex is.
No, absolutely.
Alex was wearing purple and black way before all this stuff.
That's a unique coincidence, okay? But you, if we, let's say we go to McDonald's, when we like walk into Sainsbury's,
your best clothes.
No, but Jamie, but if we're just going to McDonald's, going to McDonald's is the most sloppiest thing you can ever do. Nobody puts effort into going to McDonald's. You wear pajamas to go to McDonald's, bro. So if you're going to McDonald's, and there's me, and there's Jamie, and Jamie has fucking impeccable drip, and I'm looking like shit, that proves that Jamie's unbelievably fashionable, because even at the lowest you could possibly be, which is McDonald's at 10 o'clock, Jamie's drip is incredible. That's why Jamie has fashion It's fashionable. Like, when we go to McDonald's together, we look like fucking shit, bro. Jamie looks incredible.
I don't care. Who am I trying to impress?
Yeah, exactly. But Jamie isn't.
But these are pretty much slippers. What I'm wearing right now. You know.
This is the thing. There's too much to know. There's too much to learn. That's why I've settled on just knowing children's toys, Lego. Just keep it simple.
No, but I genuinely don't understand fashion, and I find buying clothes quite difficult.
I think the problem in fashion is it's too fast. Fast fashion.
Yeah.
The trends change.
Yeah.
You can just go buy a shirt, but if Kanye the next day wears something, your whole fucking bin your wardrobe. That's how quickly it changes.
Yeah, I guess it also depends like the environment you live in. If you live in like LA, I'm sure there's way more of a pressure to do that. Whereas around here, there's like nothing. We scared people wearing those ponchos.
Yeah,
like people
that's how
were scared.
Do you know what my strategy is now? For clothes.
What?
Trying to look like a protagonist. Today is not a good example.
You want to look like a main character.
Yeah, like with the jackets I wear, I think like when I'm playing GTA 4, how am I dressing up Nico? Right? So I go to my wardrobe and I like look in the mirror and it's like ding, 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 scrolling through my clothes and then
yeah, I like that.
I would prefer, this is why the future is going to be great, is that you can just see a loading screen of all your clothes and you can just mix and match them. I'd actually have like good fashion then, because I can actually see what I look like and be like, that looks shit, that looks great. And I'd actually look good for once instead of looking like shit all the time. This
is the whole metaverse beauty, right?
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be real life.
Yeah, everyone will be wearing the purple sweatshirts in the metaverse soon enough.
Yeah.
If not already.
As long as the price is cranked up so people can like act like it's drip.
Yeah. Each digital item will be with its own microtransaction.
Yeah. Be an NFT. All clothes are NFTs.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can ever
But I truly believe that is the worst statement you can make with an outfit. Is that this is expensive.
Yeah,
that's the value.
That's my supreme issue.
It's no different from driving around in a Lamborghini. Identical. It's the same thing, same reason.
Yeah.
And it's lame.
But there's more. I can respect the ingenuity of making a car like that.
Yeah, because it's
just slapping like gold chain emblems on a tracksuit with some G's or whatever.
It's not pushing the boundaries in any way.
It's just like garish so that it catches eyes and screams from that person, I'm rich, and value that in a person.
Well,
that's what you're saying. I value material.
It's like peacocking, yeah.
When cars are like that, it's because that car's faster around a track than the car without it.
Yeah, and that takes actual like
$1 million. Yeah,
it takes engineering genius.
That's what you're saying about the statement, though, where it's like, what is like an everyday person? What practical usage do they have for like a Lamborghini?
Yeah, no. But it's I can respect it in that they're like there needs to be a reason for that to be created, and the reason is somebody's gonna buy it because it is cool.
Yeah. But I guess it's just a practicality thing where it's like there are people programmed that way. They win the lottery. The first thing on their mind is that I'm getting that Lamborghini. And then they're broke in like a few months.
Yeah. What is the first thing you would buy?
I don't know. I feel like my answer would be really boring.
Mine would as well.
I'd probably just buy
Lego.
Yeah, Lego.
Yeah. I can see it right now, Alex.
You'd buy a car shit.
No. Because I know what Alex would do. Because he wouldn't just buy Lego. He'd meta game the Lego. So he'll go on the Lego shop and find out which he can get the most of his credits on and get the most reward points.
No, I was trying to figure. No, that's a whole other thing. Forget about it.
What would I buy? No, I'd
wheels.
No, I'd pay off everyone's houses. Because that's the best way to use the money. Don't worry, it's not self-indulgent stuff. You make sure everyone around you's solid. And then I'll buy wheels.
Yeah, you buy a garage so you can store wheels.
No, yeah, I'd have like, there's like garages where it's like the black and white floors and there's like eight doors.
Yeah.
Just that. I'd live in it.
Yeah, just a little bunk bed in the corner.
What would you buy?
I'd obviously buy a neon lit gamer setup.
With the cat ear headphones.
$1 million goon setup. It's the most incredible. It's like Batman at the end of the Dark Knight. Welcome to the second half of the Jar Media Posdact, where we answer questions from the suggestion thread on r/JARmedia, not r/FNAF, which is still just growing uncontrollably.
Don't acknowledge it.
Sven left the first comment to get us going. Can you put a purple podcast triangle in the thumbnail of this episode for old time's sake?
No.
What do you mean no? You know what?
No,
Just for them, I'm going to put a purple triangle in the corner.
Don't let anyone
for the whole episode.
No, don't let them control you.
No, it's not. It's the whole...
No, it is.
No.
You're succumbing to their influence.
No, because in the top right corner for this whole episode, there's been a nice purple triangle.
Oh, look,
So-
I'm metagaming the fucking YouTube.
How's it metagaming? It's interacting with the community. That's the whole fun of Jar, right?
Did you say the triangle's in the corner?
Yeah.
Right now?
Wrong one.
This corner?
Other one.
That one?
Yeah. Or maybe I'll move it as soon as you did that.
No.
Oh.
Have me eat it.
No, that's too...
Yeah, that's too much effort.
I can't do that.
You can? Just 3D CG it.
Outsource it to fucking somewhere in Asia or something.
Outsource it to Vsauce.
I'll outsource it to Vsauce 3.
Yeah, Vsauce 3. Is he the punk rocker sort of one?
Not sure.
No, that's Vinny sauce.
No, there's a Vsauce that's like kind of punk rock.
Yeah,
kinda
Vinny
guy.
sauce.
No, but he's Vsauce 2 or 3.
No, yeah, Vinny sauce. I'm not fucking... The Vinny sauce is a thing.
His name is Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny.
L1L_BBY says, have you boys ever considered hosting a live stream or live event where you allow JARlings to call in and ask questions, offer thoughts, and or otherwise interact directly with you? I think it'd be a fun town hall style exercise, and given how tight-knit and invested the Jar Media fanbase is, you have no problems getting viewer involvement. Game on, as always, big followers.
No, I'm really shy.
James is too shy.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a good idea. It's more, I wouldn't live stream it. There's no way I'd fucking do that.
Yeah, because Jamie would say something that's quite inappropriate.
No, it's more like if you're live streaming and you're having random people on, you're just inviting trolls, basically.
Yeah.
If you pre-record stuff, you'd have to do it like through Discord or whatever. What the fuck are you doing?
Nothing. I'm practicing my foot job skills.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. It's just like a technical thing. So you got to get all that set up. You got to get it all going. Got to get it all right. What do you think of the idea?
Could be funny.
Yeah, because then the way I see it is if it is just like a fucking disaster, then that's the thing. If it's live stream, then it's like just permanently disastered for everyone to see. Whereas you have room if like, oh, maybe that doesn't work as well. Just scrap it.
Yeah, because James develops Tourette's sometimes. When he's in a good mood.
Yeah. If I'm in a bad mood, I'm normal.
Isn't that like a thing on like that's been popping up on like TikTok? Is like people like self-diagnosing themselves with Tourette's and shit like that. There's like an uprising.
Then they can just say whatever they want.
Yeah.
I've actually got...
There's that episode of South Park where Cartman literally does that.
Yeah.
And then he actually like develops it.
Yeah. He gives himself Tourette's.
Yeah. Moonman lives in a house says, are Jim's pants still on top of the conservatory?
No.
No, they haven't been for fucking years.
Yeah, weren't they there for so long that they basically broke down?
They kind of disintegrated.
They broke down.
They got eaten.
They're probably all like in birds' nests.
Yeah, the birds probably picked it apart and made little nesties out of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's better. Good installation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those nests must be mighty fine and a bit stinky.
A bit stinky. I don't have stinky panties.
I think we might have a stinky panty question coming up, but my balls are Richie says, is there anything you wish you had a recording of, e.g. the time Alex did an Australian accent in a Destiny raid, or maybe you wish you had videos from a particular birthday or holiday from your childhood?
I would have liked to see my drowning.
I forgot about the drowning thing. But what do you mean?
Like, I would just like to see the
I want to see
events.
the footage of you drowning.
Yeah.
That's pretty bleak.
Yeah, that's fucked, man.
Oh no, because then I'd finally know what happened. Or no.
I wish I had footage of James doing his Rabbids impression. Because it was so spot on back in the day. It was perfect.
Fucking spot on.
No, I'd like to see the moment Pissadick was created so I can clear my name.
That's a really... Pissadick's a really good answer.
Is that actually gone?
Yeah, no, that's long gone. Yeah, all the Pissadick shit is gone.
Yeah, the truth can actually never be revealed.
Yeah.
It's all hearsay.
This is how every myth is born, how every legend is forged.
Yeah.
No, what I would also like is the Minecraft machinima.
Well, that was never like completed though.
I know, but I don't
never... Nothing ever came.
Yeah, but that's what you're wishing. You're wishing for...
Yeah, I want the footage of it.
No, I thought it was like to have a recording of... What you mean?
A moment, like us sitting there at like 3 in the morning.
Oh, you mean like
recording.
like a bird's eye camera of us like all recording
Yeah.
Minecraft for like 10 hours.
I'm pretty sure I just went to bed because I
You
got
did?
like fucking bored of it.
Oh my god, it was the cringe. I got really angry because it's just...
Alex was like the director.
Yeah, I was trying to organize it, and you guys were just... I had no idea what was happening. You had no idea what was happening.
Oh god, it's the cringiest thing we've ever
Yeah,
done.
actually the cringiest.
I got really angry because you wouldn't let me sleep. I had a really bad headache.
Yeah, I was
and you were
being like Stanley Kubrick, like abusing you.
Yeah.
No, we need to get this done now.
Yeah, but that was one where like in editing it was like so fucked, and I just knew. And that's me saying that at that time, even me then knew.
Wow.
So imagine what it was like. Holy shit.
Well, the real thing that has been kept is alive. We need to put it in a time capsule and bury it.
Yeah.
No, we need to. It should be out of our control, and that the person who finds it can watch it and find it so cringy that they have the choice to destroy it or share it. That's what we should do.
What? The woods one?
Yes. It needs to be put in a time capsule.
No, I think we should buy like a lockbox, put it on a hard drive, delete it off of everything else, bury it somewhere.
But hard drives can fail.
No, it won't. We'll back it up with two hard drives. And then it's the person who finds its choice. That they might watch it and be so paralyzed with cringe that they just destroy it for the greater good of humanity. Or they can be chaos.
What the fuck is this weird shit?
Yeah, they're just... Because you find a hard drive buried in the woods and you're like expecting the worst. Like
yeah. It's just some
murder
cringy
shit.
video of like
It's
2011.
like 3 14-year-olds just being the cringiest fucking...
Yeah, and you have that choice. You can be evil or good. You can literally humiliate them online forever or destroy it. What would you do? What would you do if you were a random person who stumbled across that video? What would you do?
Nowadays, I don't think I'd plug anything I'd just like find on the street.
No, that's changing the question. Answer the question. What would you do?
Because I remember when on a dog walk once, I found an SD card, like an intact SD card.
Oh, yeah, we used the Wii to look through it.
Yeah, that's right.
There were some pretty funny pictures on there. They were like llamas or something.
Yeah, it was quite weird.
Yeah, it was just like falling out of somebody's camera.
That's what you're getting at, though, is just that allure. I don't think you could... The big question mark of like, what is on this thing I've just discovered? I don't know if... But that's why it's a good strategy for people to like infect your computers with it.
Just use like a burner laptop.
Yeah. So, what would you do?
Plug it into the burner laptop.
No,
Yeah, and
no.
then what would you do with the video once you see it?
If it's just of some random like teenagers I've never met.
Yeah, being cringy Minecraft role-playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd upload it to IH.
No, you're missing. Because if it's that cringy, I'll find them. And I'll get a ransom out of them. I'd ransom the video back.
Yeah, how much would you pay for that video to not be uploaded? Because I mean, it's one video that doesn't really affect me and James.
See, this is the thing. If someone came to us just like 150 quid and you can have this back, I'd be like, here's 150 quid to upload it. And that's how I...
Personally, none. If someone was trying to blackmail me with that, I'd be like, fuck you, just upload it. Like,
Damn. Okay.
It doesn't bother me that much because I feel like everyone is so cringe. And most people are too scared to even put anything out there to begin with, so it's like...
At least I fucking tried.
Yeah! And I used the Carpenter mod.
I don't give a shit. I ain't in it.
Never mind. That's why That's why I want it to be out viewable to everyone.
You can see Alex's old school drip.
I'm pretty sure you still had drip back then. Did you wear purple back then?
No, Alex wore like old man clothes.
Oh yeah, he did it. Yeah, it's like your dad gave it to him.
Yeah, I just wore hand-me-downs basically.
You did have like one purple cardigan type thing. Remember that?
Oh, that.
I'm pretty sure I've worn it.
I wore it in the cooking video.
Yeah, I wore that purple cardigan in the Tomska like weird video thing. That? That's one of the rare ones. It was just James and I think, was in there.
Yeah, really funny.
That's a great video.
Fuck, I'd forgotten about that one.
It's actually crazy that we've actually captured those moments and we can look back at them now.
It's like no different there. It's James going, I like trains.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. Fuck me.
Time is a flat circle, bro.
We've not changed at all.
What does that mean, time is a flat circle? Like, what way are you looking at the circle? Are you like top down?
Like it's on a piece of paper? 75-degree angle?
So it's more like an oval. Time is a flat oval.
No. You gotta change.
Yeah, like, are you on the perspective of the circle just going round?
You're seeing it as a flywood. You know?
Oh, right.
Are you talking about the degrees on the X or Y axis? Because if you change them on the X, it's just still a circle.
Once you're talking about X and Y axes...
Well, no, because that's an X and Y. X and Y, so if the circle's there...
No, that's plus.
Because if you change it on one, it's still a circle. If you're changing the view that way, 75-degree, then the circle.
No, but we're in 3D space. So there's X, Y.
So a circle's here.
Z.
If you're looking at it straight on, and you change the degrees, it's still a circle because you've just changed the rotation.
No, but think about perspective. Circle. Now it's like from this angle.
That's not an X or Y axis anymore. That's like...
That's what I'm saying. Because if time is a flat circle, we still exist in 3D space. What does it mean? Is it a flat circle on something that we're looking at? Or are we in the circle going round and we can't look out of it?
No, because I think Alex wasn't saying that we're in the circle. Alex was saying that the circle was...
I'm just saying...
You're just in the circle by 75 degrees. So what axis?
You can't say something
because if it's that
so
axis,
profound but not understand it.
If you change that 75 degrees, it's still a circle. But if you change it that way, you're now just the circle is now flipped and you're changed because it was there, now it's there. So you're looking here. It's like... It's not a circle, it's more like an
oval. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're changing the axis.
Time is online. I repeat, time is online.
All I'm saying is, in the future, just don't say things you don't understand.
Yeah, Alex.
But then I can't really say anything. I do wish I had that Destiny raid recorded though.
Yeah, that would look funny.
I didn't.
I wish you had recorded the one where the guy did the Joker impression, so I wasn't there for that.
Ooh, that was a good one.
But the thing is, do you think he was another you trying to fuck with people?
That would be the ultimate joke.
Joker.
Yeah.
The ultimate joke.
Nah, it seemed too genuine. He seemed like actually like proud and that he'd been like practicing it, you know? It was like one of those. You ever have someone do an impression like that and you're just like, cool.
Yeah.
Awkward. I generally, I wish, if there's anything I can move from my history, it would just be the whole Destiny era.
What do you mean? But the Destiny era is not over.
No, I didn't play them because I wasn't allowed to play it because you had your little trio.
That's not, you didn't even own it. And you never showed any interest.
I played all the raids with you because it's the only time I could play it with you because the game was free player.
No, I swear you did the raid.
No, that's not
once.
True because
I did it a few times because I was jerking off most of the time while doing it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Why do you think I was like so uninterested? Because I was just doing other things.
Jerking off to Destiny hentai.
Yeah, to the stranger or whatever her name is.
I got carried in every raid for a reason.
Yeah, Destiny. I still like Destiny 1. I think it's better than Destiny 2.
Interesting.
Just my little 5 cent.
GG Noodles the Pooh Man has one for James. What does James think of the fuck cars movement?
Oh, the fuck cars movement?
Yeah. Now, does that mean fuck cars or fuck cars?
As in fuck cars, eco bad, you know?
Right.
And I understand it mainly from an American point of view because the entirety of America is based upon motorways and cars.
You can't walk anywhere.
Yeah, it's built with the infrastructure to prioritize making money from cars.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a profit developed economy, world, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I completely understand that. Change city centres to be more friendly for public transportation. Change motorways to be railroad tracks, you know, whatever. It's happening in Germany, it's happening elsewhere, you can see examples of it.
What are you giggling about?
No, elaborate, bro.
You can't just giggle in the
Yeah,
background.
you can't.
Yeah, I can. It's totally irrelevant.
What do you mean?
I was just looking at the TV and watching James.
What do you mean?
What?
And there was just a brief moment where James resembled the face he pulled in the classic video.
No.
Alien lands on Earth.
Really?
Yeah.
No, don't tell him that.
I was just playing that over in my head.
Because he's
So-
going to find it and now that's going to be a whole new fucking thing.
I'm
That's
surprised
such a
that
good
hasn't
video.
been a jar thumbnail, actually.
Don't, please don't. No.
I love that video.
I was like in
Yeah.
a goon hole in that moment. I was just completely fucking...
Listening to the Assassin's Creed soundtrack.
My whole life flashed before my eyes.
I think we should take cars out of the system.
Yes.
That is wacky, though, isn't it? Like, at least in the UK, we're kind of restricted to the horse and cart nature of the
Yeah, the classic way we
Yeah.
built roads.
Yeah, like if anyone wants to understand what it's like being in Britain, it's like build houses, and you're still driving on the roads from the 1800s.
Yeah,
With the
that's
same surface.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
We're building new houses, but designing the estates and stuff like it was still 1820.
Mm-hmm.
To connect to the same fucking pebble horse and track road
Yeah.
Yeah.
that 15 million other people are on at the same time every single day.
All driving cars so wide they can barely fit two of them down a
Yeah.
lane.
Yeah. It's insane.
No.
And you're more likely to get killed by said cars because they're so big and obscene. Do you know what we saw when we were coming back from the cafe this morning?
What?
A moto just in the middle of two parking spaces. Like no fuck.
Like actually in the center, like the line that divides them in between its wheels.
What are they actually called? Because in my mind they're just motos. now.
SUVs.
No, because okay, moto is a broad term for every SUV. If you see
But
an
there's
SUV,
also that Range Rover. with
yes,
the
it's a Range
booty.
Rover. But there's many because there's of the true motos is a Range Rover Discovery, a Range Rover Sport, and a Range Rover Evoque. The Evoque's the cheapest one. Is the true like Victoria Beckham one. That's she designed it. So that is the moto. Yes.
And everyone
And then you've got the Tory one, which is the Discovery, and then you've got the Sport, which is like
which is the one like Kim Kardashian drives around in.
I don't think that's I think that's a Cadillac, bro.
But I thought like the Kardashians were part of the whole SUV thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. There's so many. Every company sells 5 different kinds of SUVs.
Yeah. But it seems like as far as the like hierarchy, the social hierarchy
Yes,
of
it's Range Rovers.
Range Rovers are like considered the winner.
They're Tory
the
guys.
best.
If you see someone with a Range Rover, they are Tory. I don't think there's a single left-wing person who owns a Range Rover. You can please, Jar, if you all the people you know who are left-wing, do they drive motos? I don't. I think the moto spectrum is a political spectrum. No moto always left-wing. The bigger moto you go, right-wing. And that's true. Pickups. Does someone who owns a pickup, do they care about progressive like policies? They care about killing. They care about slaughtering
Are you
foxes.
saying every person that drives a 3-wheeled car
No, I'm talking about
is
pickups.
a communist?
A communist.
What free-wheel car? Every car is a free-wheeled car.
What are smart cars? What are you if you drive a smart car?
Smart cars? A little bit left.
No, hyper
Radical left?
No, not radical left.
Yeah,
'Cause
radical left.
Someone who's radical left won't drive a car because they're part of the fuck cars movement.
What does a champagne socialist drive?
Moto.
Yeah, moto. Because they're not socialists. They're Tories.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like, what do you drive? You're an example. You're a very good example of this.
I drive an electric.
An electric car. You drive an electric car. And are you right wing?
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
Avoid the question. Don't answer that.
How would Stephen Crowder handle this?
He'd just go out and buy another Range Rover.
He'd go and... No, I'm not going to go there.
Don't buy a Range Rover. Don't buy a moto.
Unless you got loads of money.
And in that case...
if you got tons of money, go for it. They look really cool inside. You're really safe inside.
No, shut up. You're more likely to kill the person you hit with them. So if
you're less likely to die. So
yes.
it's up to you, really.
If you want to kill someone, buy a moto, make it look like an accident.
It's the ultimate materialism vehicle.
Yeah.
It's like totally like nothing outside of me right now matters. Like I'm in the tank.
The environment doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The people around me
The
don't matter.
safety of others don't matter.
The economy doesn't matter.
The sight lines of other people don't matter. I need to take up... I need to be all of it. I need to be there and everything.
Yeah. Do you know the funniest thing about motos is the majority of drivers, that's the dashboard and that's their eyes. So how the fuck
it's
can
like
they see?
5'2" soccer moms that can barely
This is
see
the thing I don't understand. I see this. Why do people put their seat as low as possible to the floor? Why does everyone drive around like they can't fucking see over the dashboard?
Well, yeah, I get it if you're a drug dealer. That's the one time. It's like, okay.
Yeah, you're trying to get away from the police.
Yeah, you're trying to...
No, I
trying
noticed
to look
this.
really chill and like you're not going to break
I
any
noticed
laws.
this because in my car where I sit, it's like you can see all of me because it's just I sit.
Yeah,
you
your
sit
head
up.
pokes out the sunroof.
Yeah, it does, and it's just like it's a thing because it's like, yeah, you're looking at me. What are you gonna do about it? You know, it's alpha to be seen.
Yeah.
Sitting with the dashboard there, you're.
If you could Thanos snap and commit genocide against any a group, what would you do?
We're getting into...
Who are you genociding?
Yeah, because that's what he does. But his whole thing is that he's not biased. But I think he's wrong. I think that's where Thanos messed up. I think he should have a bias.
Bro, this is a dodgy question.
No, it's not.
Well, it depends how you answer it.
Which
Exactly.
People who kill fox hunters. Anyone?
Range
No, because
Rover
no.
owners?
I've got. There's a good reasoning for this because someone who likes the act of slaughtering animals. They're not any human that's worth interacting with. If they like killing animals,
Does it count if it's like a mountain man who's
that's different?
He's
because
defending himself from
Yeah.
like a cougar.
well, not defending himself, but like he's hunting for food. Like he's a
Yeah, that's
mountain man.
different.
He's off the grid.
We're
No,
talking
but
about
if he's truly doing that with his heart in mind, he would respectfully deal with the animal, you know?
yeah, no,
As opposed
But he
to
still
like...
needs to eat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you can respectfully kill a deer or whatever.
I have an extreme view that someone who hurts animals isn't human.
Okay.
If you enjoy killing animals for fun, you're not allowed to be trusted with someone with a human. Kill them.
Yeah, it's normally a telltale sign that something's gone a bit...
Exactly. So genociding them would affect nobody.
Fuck, the question's gone too far.
Extremism on
What's
Jar.
your answer?
I said Range Rover owners.
Okay.
Yeah, but now you're killing.
There's no one left in the country. It would be awesome. It's just like empty. All the roads would be empty.
Yeah, it would be lovely.
Parking would be so much easier.
Yeah, but imagine all the kids who don't have mums because all their mums have been genocided
True.
because they're soccer mums.
Just create a new problem.
Exactly. That's worse than Thanos.
So what you're saying is Thanos was right?
Yes.
No, I said he's wrong because he wasn't biased. I'd Thanos snap all the Marvel fans.
Again, though, just no one would be left. Just like 5 people who love
No, we'd actually finally get good cinema. No, what I'd do is... No, I'm not going to go there.
No, No, we can't keep going into the Marvel shit. Or can we? Nah, fuck it.
Yeah,
To
I
be
just
fair,
recently
no,
watched
no,
Infinity
this is
War.
where you're
I am a
wrong.
Marvel fan, so I'd snap myself.
No,
out
this
of
is the
people's
thing
fans.
where, like, I've got my problem with Marvel movies, but the whole anti-Marvel movement is almost annoying me as much as the Marvel movement, you know?
Yeah.
To be fair, if you did that, there'd only be one member left of Jar. Because I've been on the anti-Marvel phase for literally.
No, but you like
forever.
the Eternals,
And
so
then
you're,
comes
you're
in and
turning
fucking
into
loves the Eternals.
yeah. I'd snap Eternals fans.
Don't
The only
lie.
person that would disappear in the world. James.
Only the true Eternals fans.
Yeah.
One single.
Yeah, but what about if it was a bamboozle all along?
I know
Yeah.
you like that movie.
Doesn't
How?
it? Yeah, that's Thanos. He's spent all this time, and that's his like wish, and it destroys the gauntlet, and just no one disappears. Because there actually does not a single true Eternals
Yeah.
fan.
There definitely is, though. You finna know there is.
Oh yeah.
John Stark is.
No, I was thinking about it like the equivalent of me, like when Halo 4 came out. That kind of fan, where it's like new thing in franchise I love.
Mm.
I just have to love it.
Yeah, you just tell yourself.
So you can imagine, yeah,
"Oh,
like
so
there's
good."
like an 11-year-old that like went to see Eternals and was like so hyped. It's the new one in the Marvel universe, and it's like the most fucking boring thing. And in the niggling in the back of their mind, they're like, "This is like really shit," but they keep reminding themselves when Harry Styles shows up at the end, "This is part of something.
Yeah.
This is part of that thing I like."
It doesn't matter if it's bad now because it's going to be good later.
Yeah. The
No, it's
worst
not.
discovery. As soon as they figured that out, it was over.
Well, that they could just make shit with the promise of
the
there
perpetual promise of good things to come.
being. Yeah. It works though. It's the same. It's like
Yeah.
gambling.
Yeah.
No, because then you have the bar so low that when you do provide like a little update, everyone cheers and claps. It's like
Yeah, it's by design. It's designed specifically for that.
Yeah.
It's like eating cookie.
Sven has a good one. Hey Jar boys, I have a question about English counties. Here in America, counties are pretty unimportant, and people generally only know the county they live and one, maybe two counties next to them. But in England, people seem to have more of a connection to their county, like how you boys always use Wiltshire to describe people. Is this true? Also, how do you pronounce Shire? From what I've seen, most English people pronounce it shear, like a shear sheep, and fancy people pronounce it Shire, but you boys pronounce it shear.
This
Well,
question is stupid because
What do you mean?
can't compare it to America because people here and in the rest of Europe can have more connection to their state, county, whatever, because the countries are smaller. America is huge. Who cares about what tiny county you're in what state?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
There's 49
the
states.
the land map. How many times can you fit the UK into the US?
Yeah, look.
2, 3.
Maybe even 4.
So, like, if England was 4 times bit bigger, Wiltshire would mean nothing to anybody. It's just because it's a significant portion of England.
Yeah. Well,
It's,
England's tiny. There are like only a small amount of counties, and it's kind of a
Yeah, there's
easy
3?
geographic way to just describe
Wiltshire,
where you are.
Devon,
Somerset.
Devon.
Port
No,
Yorkshire.
Devon's a town. And London.
But I did always like the fact that we're in Wiltshire because the Shire.
Yeah.
And the Shire is just.
It is the most Shire part of England.
But Cotswolds.
Oh, their Tories are there.
Loads of Tories here, bro.
Swindon is the Shire.
Swindon is the Shire if
No, I was
Sauron
actually. Yeah. No, I was in. No, it was when I was in Bath. I was just walking through Bath, right, and then I hear, someone had like a loudspeaker playing, like the Hobbiton music.
won. Oh, you're saying like the Shire theme?
Yeah.
But to be fair, Bath is very nice.
Yeah, Bath is
Bath makes me think of like
Whiterun.
more like in Game of Thrones, like one of the families that's like really rich or whatever. You know, they live in Bath
Yeah, and it's called Bath.
because of the
What-
spa.
What cities of or places in Wiltshire are the cities of Skyrim? Which is what's that crappy one?
Riverrun is
River one's Bradford on Avon.
no, it's Bromham.
No, because it's a river.
Bradford on Avon's too big.
Yeah, but it's a river. We're not talking about sizes. I'm thinking of what places. Like Bradford-on-Avon is white
River one. No, it's not.
I love the idea of like someone in like Australia or America hearing this and like Bromham's finally getting their shout out, you know?
I'm gonna live there.
You are. It's nice.
It's a really nice. They've got a good pub.
One.
Yeah, they also they do strange things in Bromham.
Come to CALNE and get knifed.
But the reason you hear it like that when we say Wiltshire is because saying Wiltshire.
Well, it would be annoying. It makes you sound like a twat, and it's just pronounced Wiltshire.
I live in Wiltshire. I live in the Shire.
But if you read Shire, you don't say Shire.
We wouldn't say that. Yeah, the Shire in Lord of the Rings. We'd say the Shire.
Yeah.
Okay. Crowbar in the Wind says, "Hey Jar, do any of you three have any friends or family that are really into conspiracy theories? I have certain members of my family that watch videos about them regularly, and whenever someone brings up something that might be loosely connected to a conspiracy, they'll jump into the conversation and go off on what sometimes ends up being a 30-minute tangent about what they've seen being discussed about it online."
Yes. Us.
Us?
Do we not tell them?
Bagunk?
Well, no one directly in my family is a conspiracy theorist, but my boss is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting to hear. It's like a night. I like having a little peek hole into that world.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fascinating. But hear me out on 9/11, okay?
But
yeah, I had a weird semi-interaction with a conspiracy theorist, I guess. Because every now and again, like, someone will find my email and just, like, spam me with emails, right? And I had this one person who was, like, just spamming me with just threads of emails of them basically talking to themselves, but using my email for some reason. And they were saying all this, like, weird, like, QAnon, like, just all the crazy, like, just name all the conspiracies.
Mm-hmm.
It was all of them, and, like, all weird links to articles and stuff. And it was, like, this totally unhinged just conversation. And I didn't block them because I was, like, kind of curious, just seeing each reply. But I made the mistake. They were doing this for, like, weeks. Just threads, so just tens and tens of emails, just constantly. And this was around the time of when I was in Canada. I fucking forgot to block them before going to Canada. So I was, like, going around Canada, using my data, receiving these fucking emails constantly. And that's what made me block it finally, because it was just getting more and more ridiculous.
That could have been the start of an incel, like, origin story. That you were their only hope to stop them, and then they're going to come and kill you.
Yeah, man. Every now and again you get ones of those. And the best ones are, like, when you've had someone do that, and then 2 years pass, and you randomly get a message. "Hey, sorry for, like, the weird way I used to message you, like, years ago. I was, like, going through something at the time." I've had a few of those, and it's, like, really weird each time.
I don't believe in anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Bubba Ducky has one James might like. "I've started selling cars, despite not knowing shit about them. It's the best job I've ever had, pretty much purely for monetary reasons. Never been into cars until now, so I've consistently tuned my brain out whenever James was ranting about cars. Now I'm just curious what James thinks of Ford Motors, and if he could give an update on how his car is doing and what plans he has for upgrading it. P.S. Bear.
See, this is the thing with being a car salesman. It's not, you don't really need a direct knowledge of cars, because the people you're selling a car to, they don't care about 0 to 60 times or anything. You kind of just have to sell what the company's spill is on the advert.
Yeah.
And you just have to be a really convincing person to be like...
You have to be a bit of a twat.
No. But it's like you don't have to, like, I'd be a shit car salesman because the person who's buying a car doesn't give a shit about the suspension spring rates and LSDs.
Well, actually, it might make you a good salesman because you can...
They'd care. Yeah, they might be, but it's like, I would not work in a Ford dealership or Mazda dealership. I'd work in a dealership selling Japanese imports.
But you could do that thing that you could do the thing where, like, say it's me, you quickly identify I have very limited car
incompetent.
So then you start whipping out all these like phrases and like, this thing can do this and that, and I'm just like, whoa, this sounds like an amazing deal. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it on the spot.
But that works both ways, because when you get someone who actually knows what they're buying and they know about cars, you.
So as long as what you're saying is true,
yes,
which it would be because you're a big car guy.
But most people don't care about those things.
I bet you could like you get the classic guy with his wife and he's like trying to,
look cool.
He's trying to look cool in front of his wife.
Yeah, I know everything the words you're saying.
The easiest way to sell a car is economy. Make it seem like it's really good on fuel, because then that's more people going to draw that in because running costs are cheaper. Mm-hmm. That's the easiest way. Like you can make a good amount of commission out of selling cars. Because if you're selling a lot of cars, if you're getting commissions on those, and if you're a really good salesman, fight in your contracts to get more percentage of a commission on cars you sell. Because if you're shooting those cars out that dealership, you can make mega buck.
Yeah,
and then invest that money
in what?
The company cars. You work for.
Sell yourself cars. it's genius. You're getting a huge commission. You're buying cars. You're getting the cars out.
See, genius. But in terms of my car's fine. It's a boat. It just works. And what I'm planning to do with it is ruin it.
That's always your plan with your new cars.
Ruining it. I miss a car that was horrible. I've spoken to this about that. There's a charm to cars that are really, really, really inconvenient and hurtful. A car. The best kind of car is a car you get out of and you never want to drive again. A car that is so atrocious in certain conditions that it makes you hate them cars altogether. But then for 5 minutes of that hot driving, it fucking blows your fucking mind. It is so good that it completely validates... What happens
in this 5 minutes? Because sometimes when you describe these things, it just is like insane.
Yeah. Okay, so this situation was that I'd be driving to work in traffic every day to work and whatnot because the time I was working. Every second of that made me hate my existence because it was so painful. Shaking dashboard all the time because I've got solid engine mounts.
Because that was a loud ass car as well.
Yes. The clutch was stupidly heavy. The gearbox was stupidly heavy because it was all billet engine mounts, billet shifter bushings. Because cars are designed to be easy for everyone. So you just remove that easiness and make it easy for no one.
You like driving to actually be like a challenge each time.
So that car was awful. So what I'd do is in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd drive to Starbucks, clear roads. So these lovely roads, tight corners, I just do 120 down there and go round corners, but I wouldn't brake. So it's like I'm approaching a tight bend. Most people would brake to like 50. I'd go round it at 90. So then you're getting, the G's, you're feeling intense, you're pushing the car. And that's when it was incredible. And I miss having that. I miss having a car that was horrible.
I get like wanting the challenge of like pushing it, of actually driving. But it's like the sound thing. Like, it's so fucking loud, you get like a headache after 15 minutes of driving in it.
Nice. You say that, but the Bluey rocked me to sleep.
Bluey was extreme.
In that car.
Bluey gave me hearing problems. I'm actually like deaf as a result of that.
Seriously, it's actually that bad. It's like
if you're on the other side of the room and you start trying to say something to me, I'm not going to hear you. I can't hear you. I'm fucking
that's just
deaf.
From that car.
Yeah. Every day. That was an hour every day in that car.
Yeah.
It was
I remember you did like a cross country kind of drive in it, and you were like, when you finished it, I'm just like, fuck, man.
We drove to Bristol.
You were in it.
Yeah,
that was hell.
With no aircon on like a 30-degree day, dude. We were listening to music as well, and like you just get a little snippet every now and again between.
And that car, my next car, because my car is just a nice car. It looks cool. It's nice to drive. You sit in the back and you're just having a nice, really relaxed time. Just vibe out to the music. So my next car is going to be Bluey times 10. I'm going to make a horrible car. And by that, I'm going to buy a Honda, strip out all the interior so it's just metal. No speakers, no nothing. Really loud exhaust because it's a Honda.
See,
an engine that is
I'm disappointed we didn't document your cars before they went. Because there's like no history and footage of it.
Bluey, my first Mazda 3 was just loud and silly. I drove it like a lunatic, and then I had Chaos Unleashed, which was a Mazda 3, but with a turbo, and it was rough. It was just a street car. Street spec car is a term for a car that's horrible. And then I've got my Laurel, and I'm going back to a street spec car. I want a car that is so horrible that you guys never ever want to go near it. A bucket.
So you never have to drive us to McDonald's.
Yes. We can drive to. Oh no, I'll drive us to McDonald's, but you will get there and want to just be sick. Because it will just be screaming. Because the Mazda was loud. If I get a Honda that can go to 9,000 RPM really loud, screaming to 9,000 RPM, you're gonna hate it. And that's why I want it.
Bear.
Did you actually answer the fuck cars movement thing?
Yes. Fuck cars. Fuck cars. Cars are shit.
Cause we talked about it. Kind of just turned into talking about America, like always.
This is the thing. You never give me an opportunity to go to America because I'm just going to shit on America.
Bear.
Okay, let's end here then on this one.
Yeah.
From Sassy Sonia HD. Hello there, lads. I've come to share details of an event that I've had the misfortune of hearing about. So a few weeks ago, a friend of mine visited another one of my friends at their uni accommodation. Let's call them Amy and Steve to avoid confusion. So all was well until the fatal moment Amy wandered into the kitchen and glanced at a heap of laundry by the washing machine. No less than a pair of Steve's skid-mark boxers lay at the top of the pile. As you can imagine, it soured the rest of the day for her. Shocking. No fully grown adult should roam the earth with sodden underwear unless they're in the midst of a diarrhea disaster. As disgusted as I wasn't surprised to hear the news at all. You see, I've asked many friends about their toilet habits, e.g. whether they look after wiping or not, if they roll or scrunch loo roll, splashback prevention strategies, etc. Of course, Steve happens to be one of the proud non-look scrunchers bunch, so it was only a matter of time before a catastrophe like this happened. Ever since I found out, my trust in his personal hygiene has completely vanished. Thoughts?
Yeah.
That's foul.
Who
doesn't look?
How do you know if you're...
Yeah. If it's a scrunch as well, like this.
Yeah,
No. This is the thing, because there's times when you do a shit when you wipe and it's fucking shitty as fuck. There's shit everywhere.
That's like the most passionate thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
We get that, and then you look at that and you know you've got another 10 wipes to make
At least, yeah.
Yeah, to make it. So if you do that and you scrunch it, you don't look and you send it down.
Oh, it's so fucking disgusting.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
No, you
Imagine.
I don't stop wiping until that toilet
it's clear.
paper is clear 2 times in a row.
Yeah, that is the rule, because then you know that once you pull your fucking underwear up, you're not scraping your shit all over your
Yeah, because if you get shit in your underwear and then you're walking around, that shit isn't just staying around the asshole. That's getting spread to cheekage.
And in some situations, it could become knobbage.
Yeah, you could get shit on your balls.
No, if I knew someone did... Oh, fuck. This reminds me, yesterday someone took a shit and they grunted the whole time they were shitting. What did they do?
Work?
Yeah, they opened the loo door and walked straight out. No, it didn't even go to the sink. And they were clearly having a grunty shit situation.
What is wrong with these people?
How can you put your fingers near your asshole and then not wash?
How can you not even look at your arse wipe? If you knew someone did that, I would never trust to go near them ever, because it's like you might
every time you shake their hand or
go near them,
use their keyboard.
Well, but what about if they've just made some food? They've just cut some bread.
Yeah,
That's shit.
Mm-hmm.
That is like you're not. I don't think you're responsible enough to even clean yourself. Because if they're not gonna wipe, if they're not gonna wipe their ass properly, do you think they're fucking cleaning their ass in the shower? Absolutely not.
No, that would be the true utility of like these robot dogs and stuff we've been talking about. If they can like properly clean us, just scan us and be like, you got a bit of a shitty ass. Come on, wipe. That's the police state I want.
All the non-wipers are being discriminated against.
Yeah, I heard my brother, he went missing the other day. He wasn't wiping properly.
No, but I completely, like, that is, if you're leaving your shitty underwear on the joint household.
That's another thing.
Yeah, how do you not notice you have shitty underwear?
You got, unless they're not even looking at the underwear. They take them off, they're not even looking. Like, that's how bad the hygiene is. And is the thing, is those poo layers, are they multiple layers? Have those underwear been kept on more than a day?
Yeah.
Is there different crustiness?
Also, is it that point where, like, this is just a pair of underwear that have been, like, shat on so many times, they just have permanent brown?
Those underwear do exist?
Yeah.
Permanent brown. I suppose there are people that, like, don't change their underwear every day and stuff.
Yeah.
Like who will, I don't know, but do some people go for like 5 days or like 3 days?
No, how can you go 3 days without changing your underwear?
That's genuinely actually like dangerous.
Yes.
You're risking
That's knobbage. That you might get some knobbage infection.
But surely people must do
dick
it.
cheese.
Like some people have such bad personal hygiene, like, you know? Or like what about all these people that like were never taught? If like you were raised by someone like that, and it's like, well, you know.
This is why you do the tactic of inside out. If you got poo shit on one side, inside out.
Then the poo shit's facing like your trousers and like wiping.
Yeah, that's the whole point of underwear, is so that you don't shit and piss up your trousers.
Out in the wild, it'll save you, because you can get 4 days.
In a true
you
emergency.
can get 4 days out of a single pair of underwear, because then you do.
Well, you could get you could have.
So you get shit all over your ass. You get because you do 1 day when it's just normal, then you flip it the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
And then
so
inside out,
shitty cock.
inside out. So then you've got that one side of inside out. Flip it around. So basically, your shit is plastered not only on the inside, but all the also it's like a 360-degree shit stain all over your body and trousers. It will save you out in the wild. Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls gets a fucking UTI.
But that is super disgusting, and I would, if I was in that situation and that was something I'd witnessed, I'd be a cunt, and I'd talk to them about it. I'd confront them about their shitty hygiene.
Really?
Because if you're sharing a household with them, it's like the shit story you brought up last week.
Okay, this is perfect opportunity for a roleplay. We're not playing anyone else but ourselves. But picture this scenario: you've come over to gym. I'm just doing the washing. You notice the basket, the top of the pile, there's like just 3 pairs of like, they're encased. They are fucking swollen with shit. How do you approach that?
See, the thing is, when in these hypothetical situations, people are afraid to approach the person because it's going to embarrass them. But that embarrassment's the only way they're going to change. You need to humiliate someone for them to realise they're a bit disgusting.
Yeah.
It's the hard truth.
Well, something like this, yeah.
But this is like the alpha test. If you're willing to confront someone about their shitty hygiene, you're like top tier. Joe Rogan, pussyhole compared to you.
We didn't talk about that. The Joe Roganers who were next to us in the. Holy shit, that was close.
Ooh. Well, in that situation, I'd just be like, Jamie, I've seen your underwear.
Wait, why is it my underwear? It's Alex's shitty underwear.
Yeah, it was mine, to be fair.
Alex, what is that on top of the laundry pile?
Just loads of shit.
Do you think this is acceptable in this house?
No, it's vile, and I'm honestly ashamed you saw it.
Well, I'm glad you are ashamed, because this needs to change. I don't want to be doing this shit next week and seeing your shitty underwear on top. At least hide it 2 layers deep so I don't have to see it.
No, that's the wrong lesson.
Yeah, it's a roleplay book.
You need, like, you're fucking disgusting.
Maybe a classic. What is wrong with you?
Yeah,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
Can you not fucking wipe your ass properly? Are you dribbling all over the seat when you're fucking shitting as well?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's why, if I knew who phlegmed all across the fucking floor at my work toilet, I would confront them. And I'd do it. I'd do it at their desk in front of everyone else. So then everyone knew they phlegmed all over the fucking floor. Humiliate people for being fucking pigs.
Unless they're big and strong and might beat you up.
Fuck it, they can beat me up because I'd call the police on them. If they want to assault me, do it.
That was supposed to be the last one, but there's one more we have to do.
Okay.
From Moog Latin. Riddle me this, Jar. I got to do like the full Riddler thing, don't I? This is a riddle, and you've got to engage with the riddle and try and solve the riddle. Otherwise,
I can't.
Is it an actual riddle?
Yeah, this is a riddle.
Okay.
The Riddler has written into Jar.
Is there an answer?
Yeah. Okay. Riddle me this, Jar. I'm green, yet I do not grow. I'm heavy, yet I am not slow. You push me down, yet off I go. What am I?
Jamie,
Push me down. But
You push me down, yet off I go.
the Riddler.
Close. Can't believe Paul Dano's writing into the cast. My voice keeps going,
I'm green, but I do not grow. I'm
money.
Ooh. Close.
You can't just keep saying close to anything. I'm green, but I do. What's the middle one?
Well, it's not a plant.
I'll read it one more time. I'm green.
Yep, that's crossed though.
I'm green, yet I do not
Oh.
grow. I'm heavy, yet I am not slow. You push me down, yet off I go. What am I? Your mom.
What was the middle one again? I missed it.
I'm heavy, yet I am the diamond minecart.
I'm Tank Dempsey. He wears the green fatigues.
You talking about him?
Yeah, that's Tank Dempsey.
Yeah.
Right, the answer was a green car.
Who's this
A green car. Thanks, Moog.
That fucking sucks.
Oh, it's an earthquake. Watch out. It's happening. There's an earthquake going on.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll do your apology.
I can do this. I really didn't want to have to make this video.
Yeah, that's the classic.
But here we are.